Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Claude.
Good morning. How are you? Look at that nice Under Armour shirt. Let's see if you can. Let's see. There's
Yeah.
a little
How's
more.
your how are you feeling?
I was yesterday. I had physical therapy yesterday, and I had to see my orthopedics, my orthopedist, and I'm sick of visiting doctors.
Yeah, not so fun. I know. Hopefully the range of motion comes back fast.
Oh, you got to be patient, which is
Yeah.
a characteristic I do not have.
No, it's a characteristic flaw.
Is it a flaw?
You don't own patience. You do not own patience.
Are you an employee? Oh shit, you're the owner.
No, I'm the owner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I know where you live.
Yeah, and she knows the truth.
She has all the bank accounts too.
Right, Brandon, give me a call anytime.
You bet. How's San Diego treating y'all?
It's good, but it's cold this morning. It's a hot coffee morning.
Wait a minute.
It's always chilly in the mornings.
I just heard a y'all. Are you from the South?
Ooh. I'm originally outside of Louisville, Kentucky, southern Indiana.
Are you?
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that. It's like when you get him
Yeah.
going, he'll do his you know. So he's from New York.
I will do like I used to be really, really bad, and I would do like crazy. That's really crazy, and
Ah,
how y'all doing, and
yeah.
all that fun stuff,
I say when if I have a glass of wine or a beer or
Are you
something.
talking to another New Yorker?
Yo,
Yeah.
God.
My wife's from Reseda, Northridge. She's a Valley girl, so her and her sister will be on the phone and be like for sure,
for sure. That's Valley Girls safe for sure.
Yeah. And they say like a lot too,
Yeah.
and like this and like that. Yeah.
Oh, that and oh God, that's so grody.
Dating yourself.
They still use it. I still say
Yeah.
groovy, just like Tim does.
Groovy.
Groovy.
There you go.
I'm bringing the word back, man. Here.
Tim, now where are you from?
Originally from Southern California, but I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
Area.
What part of Southern California?
Do you know the area?
Yeah,
The Inland Empire out near Riverside, Paris area?
Riverside.
Yeah.
You know where Colton is?
Yeah.
So my mother-in-law used to live there. So
Okay. Yeah, I was real close to Colton.
The
Okay.
Inland Empire.
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
doom, 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 doom. Sounds like the Star Wars theme should be playing in the background there and everything like that. So your topic of the day, at least I promoted it that way, was you sent me all this artificial intelligence stuff.
Is it driving you nuts yet?
No, and I wanted to do a little fun debate with you if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence, okay. Kind of just the word alone. Do we really want to duplicate human intelligence for starters?
I think of course we don't want to, but I think we're in a situation where it's going to happen whether we're ready or not.
But as in many things right now, it's the brand new hula hoop of the day. Okay, it's the brand new thing. Everybody, Microsoft, Google, Apple, everybody's jumping on it real fast. It's the buzzword of the moment. And I think, as in most things that come on the market and are very attractive, everyone thinks this is going to be the next cure for cancer. Okay, the next hot item. I think it's going to be a useful tool, like maybe email or something like that. I don't think it's going to be a substitute for human intelligence and creativity.
You know what I think. So do you ever get a text message from somebody?
Yeah.
iPhone, right? And the iPhone allows you to do an automatic reply. It gives you suggestions. You ever have that?
Yeah.
So that's artificial intelligence, right? Or Gmail. If you use Google or Gmail, whenever you go to hit a reply, it'll give you like an automated response that you can use.
Right.
So that's a definition of artificial intelligence as well. So part of it is like, what is the most common thing people use on their replies? So it remembers that and puts that in there. I think there's going to be, but it's opening up a lot of things. There's the ability to create an image or to upload an image of yourself and create like a cartoon or super, X-Man or what's the Avengers type of image of yourself, fun stuff. People are playing around with it. I think it's just really in the play around stage right now. But I think there's going to be a lot more uses for it. I think a lot of colleges are already worried about it. A lot of high schools are worried about it because they can create slides, they can create whole papers, you can write
Can
papers.
Here's where I will debate with you. Can they, you use the word create. Can they create or just regurgitate previously written things? Okay. You can, okay.
Right.
It basically, it's a scraping device, right? It goes in, it scrapes through the whole internet and it formulates and puts together brilliantly. I will give you that, an outline or something, but can it truly innovate and create? Can it organically take ideas and thoughts and put it together in something that's and will it make you money? Or is it just a tool to shorten maybe learning or something?
I think it's both. I think it's 100% a tool that we can use right now. But I think the reality, people think that it doesn't create new images or doesn't create original text or original pieces. It actually does.
What you and I are doing right now, we're having a dialogue, we're having an debate, our brains, our synapses, everything's working, we're creating, we're thinking of ideas, sometimes we brainstorm. Artificial intelligence, as the word is defined, artificially duplicating the human mind. It can't do that.
It can to an extent. It won't. I believe that, first of all, I believe in a creator. I believe that there's a God that created all of us and we're created in his image and or her image, whatever you believe, right? But I believe that
Watch your pronouns when you, okay? We be careful.
I know, right? But I do believe that we have individual minds that are way more powerful than we actually tap into. In fact, I'm reading one of the books on by Jose Silva on mind control and how to use our minds at a much higher level. There's a lot of proof on meditation, hypnosis, that we're not even tapping in to 90% of our brain power. We're only using like less than 10% of our brain power.
Do you know why?
Because I think there's a lot of repetitive tasks that we do that we kind of just don't worry about. I don't know.
I think we have so much confusion, so much. I mean, how many times have you gone on the internet and you started to research something and then something else popped up and you got another idea and then all of a sudden you're in 10 different places, right? You guys agree with me? Am I the only one here who
Nope.
I'm like a 2-week-old puppy with a new tennis ball, okay? Basically. Thank you, Ty. The thing about it is, can we intensely focus on one thing and accomplish it? Focus on the focus. I had a soccer coach who used to say
that book, The One Thing.
One thing, yeah. If I say to you right now, you guys know when I talk about sales and making money, and I'll tie this into AI in a second. When I talk, can you talk to a few people today and make offers today using the GU.T.S system or whatever system you want? It's not just mine. It works for me. That's why I always talk about it.
It works for me. So
yeah, I talk to people every day and I say, I'd like to make you an offer. And can I ask you a few questions first and then we'll make an offer and God bless you if you fire me. Boom. I'm focusing on just can I speak to 3, 4, 5 people a day? Follow-ups, cold calls, new attractive, anybody. If I can focus on that one thing every day, guess what happens to the bank account?
Oh, it gets better and better. And I agree that there's no substitute for us as human beings. There's no doubt. I think it's a great tool out there. I don't think it's to our level of thinking and debating yet, but I think it will happen sooner than we anticipate.
Here's my thing. We're talking about focus, intensely focused. You brought up the Silva method, which is very good, by the way. I've also read it a long time ago. I got to bring it back up again. I haven't seen that in a while. Is artificial intelligence and you're a specialist on GRP or what's the new
Well, no, I'm not a specialist at all. I'm just started
application.
playing Chat GPT.
Chat GPT, and you've been experimenting. You know more than most of us right now. You are the alpha dog as far as this goes.
It's only been out for like a short amount of time, less than a few months, and I think really only a few weeks people have been accessing it. So,
millions of people have downloaded the application.
right. It had the most more people have signed up for it than any other social media service. It reached 1 million subscribers before any other social media service.
But this is where I just get to practicality. How is AI going to make me money today? I mean, if you're talking about
beautiful
saving time.
So let's say I need to batch some content. I want to get some videos out. Maybe I want to do YouTube shorts, right? So I want to do 1-minute videos or less. I want to make it funny. I want to make it, maybe I want to focus on the guts rules. Okay. So can I share my screen real quick?
It's your show, man.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and jump in here real quick. Here is Chat GPT. So I just want to do one real quick. Let's see if I found, there it is. So here's one I already did this real quick for you, Claude, just to let you know. I just took part of one of Claude's books, the gut sales method, right? So I just copied a paragraph from there. And on this one, I asked to talk about no more pro bono work, right? And I just copied what you put in there. And I said, can you create a script for a short YouTube video on the following subject matter? And it popped this out, right? Then I said, can you make it shorter and funnier and use Claude's Diamond's motto, nobody deserves success more than you. So now it kind of gave me a quick intro, body, conclusion as a short script. I think of it like you're talking about using it as a tool. This is a great tool to help us. Sometimes we get writer's block or we kind of like, oh man, I got to really put some stuff out there. Not that you have to stick to this, right? But now you have something that you can go off of. Give me another idea for a video.
Cold calling.
Okay. Create a script for a short 60-second video on why cold calling sucks and attraction marketing is better. Okay, it's typing it out right now as we speak. Okay, opening shot of a person making a cold call, looking frustrated. Cold calling, we've all been there. Picking up the phone, dialing a stranger, hoping they'll want what they're selling. Cut to a shot of someone hanging up the phone on a cold caller. Voiceover, but let's be real, nobody likes getting cold calls. It's intrusive, annoying, and often a waste of time. Cut to a shot of someone scrolling through the social media. Voiceover, that's where attraction marketing comes in. Instead of interrupting people's day with unwanted calls, marketing draws before the valuable content. Cut to a short shot of a person reading a blog. Voiceover, by providing useful information, answering common questions, and it's still writing this out, right? So I can even say after it finishes, I can say make it shorter and funnier, right? And so make it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
The idea is for me, Claude, is there's stuff out there that this is free, doesn't cost anything. Can I use this to make money in my business?
That's the bottom line. Will this help you make money or save you time, which translates, if we can save time,
yeah.
If we have something that, some road thing that takes us 3, 4, 5 hours every week, and we can shorten that or save time.
So I had it write out text message automations, like set up automation for text messages that go out every week to a seller as an automated follow-up, right? Now, does it take place of the individual? No. Does it take place of our own personality? No, I don't think it's there yet at all. But there is stuff going now, Claude, where I can go ahead and record my voice, and I can take video of myself talking normally with hand gestures and everything else. And I can upload what I want it to say. I can upload a script, and it'll match my mouth moving with my eyes looking at the camera to that script. It's already doing that now. So
It seems to me this is going to be it's going to assist in marketing and content marketing. It's not going to take original thought, something new. It's going to take previous materials that have been somewhere on the web already.
I think the idea too, though, is it's only as good as how you prompt it. So like someone said, make it in the voice of Chris Farley, right? Can you, write something in the voice of Chris Farley? Can you, and the more creative we get, because I think we are limited to a lot of stuff out there. And then I think in forums like this, where we talk and debate and have and bounce ideas off of each other, we're like, oh, wow, I can use this for this purpose, or I can have it help me do this. Because let's face it, a lot of us don't do the marketing that we should be doing. A lot of us don't do the follow-up that we probably should be doing. So how can we do that in spite of ourselves?
Well, in terms, it seems to me this would be a very good tool for research. Am I correct? You type in a topic that you want to know, and it'll pull it up, that topic, or write you an outline, or create a keynote on that specific. If you can give it the right question or input the right material.
So how about I just create a title. This is something called Tommy. Maybe I just want to do a short little slide presentation on.
This is the other one you sent me, Tommy.
Yeah, this is one that'll create a slide presentation for me.
Tell everybody about this first. This one really fascinated me.
So this is really interesting. It creates visuals with your slides. Let me show you one I just did last night, just playing around. Let me see if I have it here still.
What do you have, 100 tabs up there? My God.
Yeah, I do. Okay, here. Oh, there it is. Was this it? No, that's not it.
You did one on lease purchasing or something.
Yeah, I shared it with you, but now I gotta let me just do a different one real quick while we're here. So
this is an amazing topic. I hope you're sharing this on YouTube or
create
something.
A presentation about how about lease option assignments, or how about sandwich lease options as for an investor. So now that's all I put in there. It'll create something here as we're going in real time. It's creating an outline, introduction to sandwich lease options. It's creating on the right-hand side, by the way, while it's creating these paragraphs and these slides, it's also creating an image that will kind of correlate with this as well.
So this could get you started. Say you have to give a presentation on a
Bingo.
topic. It could get you started, and then you could input, you could edit it.
Yes, and I really, honestly, that's how I'm using it right now, Claude. I'm not using it. I think sometimes people just leave it. That's a little bit lazy. I think you need to put your own personality with things.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Your own unique, creative thoughts, your humor, emotion.
Yeah.
We always talk about emotions in selling and persuasion.
So it's still doing the images, but it already have like 8 slides here for me.
Okay.
Pretty good. On sandwich lease options, right? The idea here is also like I also use something called Slide AI, and it's just a Google Chrome add-on, and I gave it an outline that I got from ChatGPT. Here's my outline for my slides on lease options. I just copied that and I threw this in the slide. Hey, I got a little background noise there, so And then it created a little mini course slideshow for me of 10
Really?
slides.
Yeah. How do we know it's correct? Who checks
Well, this
the
is
computer?
Well, I have to go through it, right? And double check it. And I
Okay.
think that's important. I don't think you should, I think you should put something of your own in there anyway. You know, people need to connect with you. There's an authenticity that's not there yet. You need to have that authenticity with your subject, you know, whoever your prospect is and stuff like that. So I think this is a good way to get us started, but then I think I need to add more to it, right? So it has all these slides already thrown in here, and it created the images automatically too. So is this something to get me started though? Can I get going, and can I edit this and maybe add a few more slides, and now I just record it, use Loom or Zoom, record it, and then boom, I got a YouTube video up.
I think you're winning this debate, by the way. I think
Well,
I'm losing. I think I'm losing here. Because
I think you're right. It's in the tool stage right now, though, Claude. It's not replacement for us.
it's a tool to help you get started in a presentation. It's probably, we haven't even thought of all the different applications for this. There's Tyree has a really interesting note in the chat box. Did you see that?
No, let me see here. Sorry.
My VA wrote a 7-chapter ebook of 7,000 words in 2 hours. And now we're using Tome, artificial intelligence, to create a video course of that ebook with the lessons and modules. See, I like what Tyree has done here. He's actually taken it and hopefully he edited it and made it more interesting and put his own special secret sauce on it and made it into something that can generate income, passive income, up an informational product. I think that's pretty cool.
Just to show everyone,
Tyree.
This is my Book Like a Boss page. If you go to brandontheman.com, I use it. Now, this is my own ebook, right? And it took me a while to create this. I actually had an editor help me with this, paid money for that. This is the ebook I put together through ChatGPT and Dolly, which is the image creator. It created the image and created all this. And people can this is a lead generation tool now. So I think the key, like Ty said there, put your personal fingerprint in there too. You need to make it unique to yourself. Right now, it's just kind of blanket. It does like regurgitate a lot of the same stuff that's out there.
See my banner back there? Do you give good phone?
Yes.
Would artificial intelligence be able to create a catchphrase, a motto, a trademark that's unique in its contemporary application?
I don't think so. I don't think so, Claude. But also, we were talking about meditation and Jose Silva method, the micro. I think we're not tapping in to everything that's up here. And this is just a reflection of how much more opportunities out there that we're not even scratching the surface of.
Focus, yeah.
I think if we can really tap into ourselves more, give more of ourselves, be more authentic, you're just going to attract more people to your message.
Yeah, putting your own personality into it. Rico, you had jump in here, man. What were you going to say?
No, I was just agreeing with Coach. That's all.
What do you think about this? You ready to let that application take over your life? I
just got on. I need to get educated on it so I can take advantage of it like Coach is doing.
This is interesting. Tyree's on. Good. I want to hear from this man.
Is he muted?
Hello.
Hey.
Tell us about your I loved your posting there in the chat box, Tyree. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's very cool, it's mind blowing. I got 2 VAs. I put a job ad on Upwork for copy and paste VA 2 hours a day, $3 an hour. We got like over 300 applicants. People still messaging me, but we've been using ChatGPT from a website called Prompt Base. They give you prompts you can use to create information products, websites, sales funnels, just about any other thing using AI tools. So, just running.
There
But
you go.
yeah, it's awesome. You know, I got it to create my my website content, give me approved for Twilio because they suspended my account. I had it to create a blog post on how to get approved for Twilio and a couple other things, you know. But yeah, the video courses, the topic is on how to use AI to create video games. But yeah, it's a lot. It's mind blowing. I really like it.
Thank you.
I'll share one more. There's a lot of tools out there. Just go out and start checking this out. This is one called
Wow.
Durable. This will create a website for you in a matter of seconds. So,
Wow.
so if I wanted, and the idea is, it's not just, you just don't say create a website. You got to really give it a good prompt. Like the thing I'm learning is, it's if you think about whenever you're teaching an employee, you know, sometimes we say, make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, right? If we don't explain the steps better, sometimes we can lose out on this. But there's a lot of ways to use a lot of the different AI out there. I think we're losing, I think we have a lot of excuses not to do things. And now I think this has taken away our excuses to do things. Let me see if I can, I haven't even yet used this one yet. So get started. Enter business type. Let's see here. Let's do coaching. Let's do. It's generating stuff for me right now as we speak. So Maricopa coaching. It's creating a website for me right now. While that's going, I'll come back to that in just a second. But I think there's a lot of tools. It is a tool right now, Claude. You're right. It's tools.
It's a tool, but they're selling it like who remembers 2001: A Space Odyssey? When the robot took over the spaceship. You remember that, Stephen? You're muted, buddy.
I do remember.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna ask people real quick that are over the age of 40. Do you
I'm
remember
36.
your home phone number whenever you grew up?
Yeah.
Lorraine 70402, New York
Okay,
City.
now that we have a cell phone, Claude, do you remember my phone number without looking at it?
No.
Okay, now there's pictures back in the 30s, right, of all these guys on subways reading a newspaper. Now there's pictures of everyone in today's age. They're looking at their cell phone.
We're the Walking Dead now. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever go to
But,
the
but
the
people
airport?
say we're totally different. Back then, people had their nose buried in the newspaper. They were still occupied doing something else, right? So human nature is still human nature, but I think there's a digital world out there that we're not taking advantage of, that we need to use more for our business, especially in social media and attraction marketing, I think.
I agree. I think you won this debate here. I think it's a point. I think it's a question of viewpoint. Right now, everything you look into is basically AI, and they're making it like it's the solution to all your problems and woes and everything. And like that, it like anything else, it's developing, and it has to be used in moderation, I guess. You could waste an awful lot of time researching this stuff, couldn't you?
My website's done.
Wow.
The Simmons Consulting Group.
Look at that.
It's already done, folks. So
but it's missing the Brandon Simmons special.
Yeah, I need to put my own picture on there. But think about how much did we spend to a web developer to create a website in the past? Thousands of dollars, right? It's saving us a lot of money, saving us a lot of time. Also, think about like fax machines. Claude, do you still have a fax machine? I do.
I really do, and it's a doorstop. I have all my homes have fax machines, and I
We-
rarely send a fax anymore. I think I sent
We
2
real, I
faxes
haven't
a
used
year.
the fax for several years now, but I still have a home phone number only for my fax, and I still have a fax machine. That's a printer.
I
right?
still have a landline with a cord. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but now look, everything is here. So I think things are changing, and I don't think we need to bury our head in the sand. We just need to understand how can we better use it to our advantage, right? Use it as tools.
I agree. I have to before I go, can I just share the one thing from Fiverr that you asked me about?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And then this is a great topic. My God, this is the first 30 minutes just flew by. You guys like this topic? Is this interesting? Give me come on. I need
Thumbs up. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. I think this is the stuff that needs to be discussed and how it's going to relate to our business. Even Alex likes it. There we go. Let me show you guys something. We were Brandon and I were talking about generating leads. I'm big
Thank
on.
you, Claude.
You're
love this.
welcome. You're
We love
welcome.
this. What we need.
There we
Sorry,
go.
he's been a handful today, and it's my birthday as well.
Happy,
Well, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Are you
Thank you.
You're 36 again.
Exact 37.
Okay. Okay.
37. Yes.
There you go. Joseph
Thank
is 38. He's the senior partner in the building. There you go.
I couldn't get in. So for some reason I couldn't get in. So
Generating leads. We are
Yes.
to me, my priority is sales. Can I talk to a few? You want to build a business, you want to make money, you've got to speak to people. Okay, the artificial intelligence cannot at this point do that for you. You can do the chat and all that stuff like that, but I want to do a deal. I want to do a real estate deal. I have to call somebody. I have to speak with them. I have to determine their level of motivation. Are they emotionally involved? And can I qualify them? And can I make an offer and get a commitment or make a sale and get out today? That's how my business thrives. I've been doing this 30 years because I talk with people directly. I still believe in direct marketing. I don't have 100 employees. God forbid, I don't want employees. I want to just give good phone. So one of the things we need to do is generate leads. I keep a database of previous people I spoke with, because sometimes those old leads can come back. People's ideas, motivation change. So make sure you have a follow-up system. Number 2, make sure you're doing what Brandon was just talking about, attraction marketing, setting up, putting out content out there on all that social media, so that people say, hey, this guy is interesting. Let me subscribe. Let me go to his webpage. Let me call him up. Let me schedule an appointment with him. You can do that by putting out continuous content, interesting content for buyers, sellers, investors. A third way I do it is I pay somebody to target market who is my perfect prospect. And everybody, you have to ask yourself today, what is the perfect prospect for you? If you're in real estate, I think most of us are in real estate here. Is that true? Yeah. Okay. What kind of buyer or investor do you need today to help you do deals or sell deals? What kind of seller are you looking for? What kind of realtor? What kind of real estate attorney do you need? Who is the perfect prospect for you? And can you make can you describe that? Brandon, who is the most perfect prospect for you?
Someone with money that wants to learn sales and create a real estate.
Beautiful. You set me right up. I went to Fiverr, Fiverr. Is everybody?
You're welcome to share your screen if you want.
Thank you.
Or I can do it if you need me to. So.
No, I think I got access. Thank you. Let's see if I can find it here. I'm going to do it the simple way. I called up the guy at Fiverr. I told him exactly what I wanted. Let's see if I can do a better share here. Yes, here we go. I told him I'm a sales trainer and I love training people in sales, particular people in real estate. Okay. And I said, I want a list of people who have attended a real estate seminar. And what this fella did saved me a lot of time. He gave me this whole list. He does this every week for me. Look at that. I don't want 10,000 people. I want, look here, 214 people, realtors, investors.
That's great.
I love working with realtors, by the way. Realtors are need a lot of help in sales training and marketing. Go ahead, Brandon. You had something?
No. This I'm watching. I'm
Can you
taking
see
notes
this?
right now.
Look at this. I get
Yep.
the name, I get the website, I get the location address, I get the names, I get the title, I get the email. I also get, what is this called? The phone number. Woohoo!
That's the key right there.
And these are people who attended my competitors' seminars. Okay. Do you think a list that can convert to tens of thousands of dollars or deals possibly, or new clients, do you think that, do you think that's worth $5 or 25? In this case, I pay him $40 for the 250 quality leads every week.
$40 for 250?
Yeah. But
Wow.
the conversion is what it's all about. Will they buy my services, consultation? Will they buy my products? Will they bring me deals if they're locally? I'm in California right now. So I don't want a lot of leads. I just want quality leads. That's the operative word.
So if I went to Fiverr, Claude, I'm just going
Mhm.
to pick your brain publicly here. If I went to Fiverr
Mhm.
and I went to, what I look up lead generation, is there
Right.
a particular
Look up lead
person that,
right.
Okay.
Look up lead generation. And what you're going to get is 10, 15 people pop up. And you're going to have to eliminate probably 85, 90% because they won't understand targeted marketing. Okay. You want somebody, for instance, you want somebody you want local realtors to do work for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Get somebody, and for 5, 10, 20 bucks, get that person to get you that list of realtors within a 25-mile area. If you want to do consultation, how about people who have already attended real estate seminars, or you want to find investors, okay, in your area. Okay, so you've got to find the person and be very specific that you want them to get to generate a quality list of people who have attended educational seminars, workshops, meetup.coms, and let them do, instead of you wasting a day doing all this scraping and search, pay somebody a few bucks. And
So do they scrape off of like Facebook groups or something like that?
Yeah. All the different areas. The thing about it is, now you have a list of people. You can make calls. You can pay somebody to make those calls and set up appointments for you. I'm giving you guys a tip right now. Okay. This is all really good stuff. I have to go, Brandon.
Okay.
What great topics, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we haven't even done any role plays yet, so we'll have to get into that. So.
I'll come back in later. I have to go to another appointment right now.
No,
Bye-bye,
you're fine.
guys.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
day. Take care.
Bye.
Wow. This
That was
is
good.
Yeah. I saw someone had a question about that service, the durable for the websites. Let me share my screen real quick. It created this, and this is the website it created for me. But it doesn't, I don't know what the charge is for it. So, but honestly, like I think we're just running out of excuses. I think we're running out of excuses to become more and more professional and do more
Gotta
business.
rise up. Yeah. Rise like the Phoenix.
Yeah. So let's jump into some role plays. I do want to touch base a little bit on the gut sales method, because I think a lot of us, it's always good to have a refresher on this. And I want to share my screen, and hopefully everyone has a copy of this. This is the gut success staircase right here. And let me just zoom in a little bit here. So we have the agenda, right? the qualification stage, and the close. So on the agenda, it's okay to say no, just say no to me. Is it okay to ask questions and give the seller a roadmap, right? When it comes to qualification, we want to go over several things. What are their needs and greeds? That's also known as why. Money, what's the money situation? If you're talking to homeowners, maybe it's the asking price. Time, time's always really important. Time will also, when you ask a question about time frame, that usually unlocks, if they haven't already told you, that will also unlock why they're selling, the motivation, or what their motivation is for doing business with you. Whether you're doing coaching, consulting, or real estate or whatever. Commitment, and then miscellaneous. So then goes into close, and the CCC is the confirm, change, and close, right? Satisfy, review. Basically, you want to verify that they are ready to close. If there's any reason why you don't want to move forward, what would that be? Is there any other person that needs to be involved in the decision-making process, that type of stuff? So I love this. Everyone, hopefully, that's on this call has access to Claude Diamond's, success staircase, understands this. Let's just open up. What are some things you guys are having issues with? Any problems you're running into? Any objection you're running into with sellers? He's a little guy. Go ahead and chime in. You can either throw a question in the chat or unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'll call on you and we'll do a quick role play. So, all right. Rico, can I pick on you for a second? He's in the bathroom. You got to unmute yourself though.
Yes, coach. Yes, coach.
Okay, so one of the things tell us something that you're running into. That you'd like to dial in a little bit.
I'm running into just not closing. I'm getting the contracts out, making the offers. I'm just not able to close.
With the homeowners?
Correct. Yep. With the homeowner.
And so you're getting the contract out before you're getting the commitment from them?
Yeah. Well, it's at the same.
Okay.
So during the conversation, they say, send me the paperwork. Sounds good. Send them the paperwork. Just ain't unable to bring it home.
Okay, so let's walk through that scenario here real quick. Let's pretend you're the homeowner talking to you. Hey, Rico, it's been really good getting to know you, and I think we understand what we're going to be doing here on this lease option. Looks like we're going to be buying at $500,000 and renting it for $2,000 a month. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you're fine moving forward with this. Is that right?
Yeah. I just have to think about it. I have to think about it. Talk to my sister.
So whenever you say think about it, what does that mean?
I haven't done it before. I'm not sure. Last situation went kind of left. Those, I haven't heard too much good things about lease purchases.
Okay, so it sounds like it may not be a good fit for you. You can tell me no.
Okay, I just have to think about it.
Well, usually when people say they want to think about it, it's just a nice, polite way of them saying, no, I don't want to do it. Is that really what you're saying?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so then we have nothing else to talk about. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I fire that. What happens whenever we take control?
No, you feel good. You feel good for sure. For sure.
And instead of now imagine if I'm spending the next 2 weeks chasing the seller.
Wasting time.
And wasting time and thinking, oh my gosh, I may have a deal, right? Let me ask you a question. So Rico, now that it's over, by the way, do you see what? So I fired them. Then a lot of times I'll do is now that it's over, just so I understand better, what would make you say yes to something like this? Just so I understand for the future.
Oh, I had to write that down. Hold on. Now that it's over. Can you repeat that one more time, coach? I had to write that down.
Now that it's over, what was your biggest concern about doing the lease purchase?
Yes,
By Steven.
okay.
So let's roll with that. So now that it's over, what was your biggest concern about doing that lease purchase?
It just didn't work out. They didn't end up purchasing the property at the end of the term. I was just wasting my time. I was in the same situation I was in.
Gotcha. So you felt like it was a waste of time then, right?
Correct.
If there's a way that you can sell the property and you didn't have to worry about it being done, like say we didn't do a lease purchase, say I actually bought the property from you and I just paid you every month, is that something you'd consider or probably not?
Oh yeah, the same thing.
By the way, what I just did, I just jumped right back into it.
Yeah.
I fired them. I said it's over. And I just did what if or suppose. Suppose you can sell it. You didn't have to worry about another thing. Suppose you didn't have to worry about tenants or chasing down anyone. And it was actually sold. It was off. The stress was off your shoulders. What would you want to do next? By the way, we do this all the time, right? A lot of times people, they don't want to tell you why they don't want to do business with you. It's usually because they don't understand the process. It's usually because they don't have enough money coming in. They don't feel good about the price, right? Or maybe they don't feel comfortable with you, right? So a lot of times when you go and you're pushing them away, hey, it's over, it's okay. You know, you're just being nice, Rico. Most people say that. It's just a nice way of saying no. Hey, before I get off the phone, whenever we say a phrase like that, before I get off, oh, Tyson's flipping the script. Yeah, before I get off the phone, or now that it's over, right? So I'm what that does, it takes the stress of making a decision right then and there off of their shoulders.
100%.
And then what we want to do is say, you know, now that it's over, or, you know, before I get off the phone, I just have one last question for you. Anyone remember Kojak? There was a TV show called Kojak. This is a really old TV show. He would always, we call it the or well, not Kojak, sorry. What was the guy? The detective. And he would always like solve the mystery right at the end.
Telly Savalas.
Yeah, what was the name of the TV show?
It was Kojak, wasn't it?
Oh, it's Kojak. Is that the same? Okay.
It's just called Kojak.
Oh
wasn't
no,
it?
Columbo. I'm thinking Columbo.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Columbo
Columbo.
Clubs.
Yeah.
Say
So
that
Columbo. What was that time?
I remember.
What was that? You remember? Okay. So at Columbo, he always solved the mystery at the end. So, hey, before I get off the phone, Rico, or now that it's over, I know that you didn't have a good experience in the past. What was it that made you uncomfortable? So now I'm just having them peel back that onion and really giving me, hopefully, opening up even more on the reason behind that. By the way, this one little bit of tidbit I'm sharing with you is probably one of the biggest reasons that I've been able to close more deals than I have in the past. Because I used to get run around. I used to play realtor. I used to go and meet people at their house. I used to all this stuff. And one of the things I learned, the way I learned to do my creative deals, right, is most of the time I was doing cash wholesale deals. And they just said no, right? The price is too low. You're offering me too low. I would take my paperwork in my little manila folder and I would just stack it there on the kitchen table, shake their hand. Hey, sorry, we couldn't make this work. And I'd go all the way to the front door and I put my hand on the front door, on the doorknob. And as I'm turning the doorknob, I'm like, hey, I got one more question for you. Now it's over. What if I could give you the price you're looking for? Would you be willing to take payments? Well, what does that mean? I come right back in and sit at the kitchen table. We're back in it. Right? A lot of times, this is the way to put your foot into that door so it doesn't shut all the way. And you can still help them, especially the creative stuff. Oh my gosh, I closed so many deals just with this one technique, the Columbo close. Take all your papers. It's over with. Sorry, we couldn't make this work. You're a really nice person. I enjoyed our conversation. I love your toy train, miniatures and all your spoons from all 50 states that you collected on your fridge. You've really been a person of travel and stuff. but you know, I have to go. And then I turn around and say, let me ask you this. What if I could give you the price you're looking for? Would you be willing to take payments on that? Well, how does that work, Brandon? Boom, I'm right back in there. So, Lou, what about you? Is this ringing true to you here at all?
Yeah, I mean, I had problems on my clothes too, but I think a lot of it has to do with not being clear on the strategy, right? So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've talked about it, I learn it, but I mean, how does it really help them? You know,
What's in it for them? What's the benefit for them?
right. So I don't, because I don't feel clear on that, I think it comes out. And I'm
Okay.
not very, you know what I'm saying? I'm not,
Yeah. So what are you talking to them about creative real estate? Are you talking to them about lease purchasing, or who are you talking to? Who's your client?
well, it would be lease purchasing, right?
Okay.
And because I'm not very clear on it, I'm trying to do a wholesale, and I really don't want to do a wholesale, but
Yeah.
you know,
If you what I found, and this is going to be a good help for you too, and maybe you're already doing this. If you can answer the question of what's in it for them, a lot of times we're thinking about ourselves too, and rightfully so. We need to make money today. We're in business to make money today. And
right.
if we're not talking to the right person, then we need to move on so we can get to the right person today, right? So maybe we have someone that's interested, but maybe we don't know where they're at on that emotional quotient scale yet. So Lou, let's take maybe you can role play, you can be the seller. Now tell me, maybe I made a cash offer, you told me no, right?
Okay.
Tell me what you're asking for the property again, Lou.
Asking 500,000.
500,000, okay. And you didn't want to take my $300,000 cash offer?
No, you know, I was mortgage is it's a, you know, I if 300 is not going to make it for me. I need more money.
It won't cover your mortgage that you owe?
Yeah.
Oh, because if I ask you a few questions about that, is that
Yeah,
okay?
sure. Absolutely.
What do you have left on the property? What do you owe on it?
Oh, I'd probably say about, I mean, as far as on the mortgage, and about, I got 400 on it.
About 400, okay. What are your payments on that every month, including like the taxes and insurance and?
Oh gosh, I'd probably say about 3,500.
3,500, wow, okay. Is that included associate? Is there a HOA or an association fee or anything?
Yeah, that's not included on that. So HOA is probably about 200.
200. So
One
all
payment.
together, you're paying about 3,700 a month.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is going to even make sense for me, Lou. Let me ask you a question. What do you think I could rent this for if I did buy it?
Well, in the area, they're renting it for about four grand. I thought about renting it, but I said, well, no, I really need cash.
Okay. And let me ask you a question. What are you going to do if you can't sell it?
Oh gosh, you know, I'm not quite too sure yet.
All right, you already have a place picked out?
I have an idea where. Well, I have the state where I'm planning to go. I plan to go to Texas.
Oh, Texas. I'm sure you can afford 2 house payments though, can't you?
Oh God, well, no, I can't.
Oh, what are you going to do if you go to Texas and this isn't sold?
Yeah, well, you know, that's the problem. You know, I'm not sure. I might not go. I really don't know.
Wow. By the way, what can I do right here, right now? What's some questions I can ask?
Could I say something? I
Yeah.
think the best way is if it can be a win-win for both parties. That's
Okay.
the best way to do business.
So let's say I want to, I call it, maybe this is a bad picture, but I call it twisting the dagger a little bit.
Sure.
I want him to feel the emotion of this
Right.
situation. So what, you know, he talked about moving to Texas.
Right.
What is it that's bringing him to Texas? And what happens if he doesn't achieve his goal of moving to Texas? So maybe I can ask some questions, twist the dagger a little bit. Well,
Okay.
why are you moving to Texas? And you know, why would you give up that dream, that opportunity, that dream job, or moving to loved one? Why are you moving there, Lou?
Right. The cost of living in California is too high.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, think about that barbecue in Texas. I heard they have tremendous barbecue and stuff,
I'll
right?
second that emotion.
Right.
Well,
Right.
I mean, do you really want to keep living in California? Or do you want to be in Texas?
Well, you know, I love California. You know, I was raised here and everything, but it's just the, you know, high taxes and all that. I don't know if I can, you know, stay here.
You know, I'm not sure that I'm a good fit for you, Lou, but let me ask you this. What if I can help you get the $500,000 you're looking for in the next 12 to 24 months? And you wouldn't have to worry about making that payment. Is that something that you'd consider?
Well, how did that work, Brandon?
Well, I work with a couple of different clients that are looking for a property just like yours that they want to buy, but they need a little bit of time to qualify for a mortgage. A lot of times they're self-employed or went through a divorce. If you can give me about 24 months, I can get you connected with a client that'll rent the house out, make the payments for you, take care of the day-to-day maintenance, and then cash you out and buy the property at the $500,000 you're looking for. Is that something we should continue talking about, or should we get off the phone now?
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet. Yeah, but it doesn't. I don't feel comfortable with that. I just want my cash.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So if the rent would be about $4,000 a month, is that right, Lou?
That's right.
Okay, and let's say we did that for 2 years. That's 24 months. I doubt it'll take that long, but let's assume. Let's go. Actually, let's call it 36 months. 36 months times 4,000. That's 144,000. Plus your asking price of 500,000. Now I'm just doing some quick math. Help me if I'm messing anything up. 144,000 plus 500,000. You're gonna make 644,000 if you sell it to one of my clients on the rent to own.
That sounds pretty good. Let's talk more about that.
Okay, or you can list it and, you know, usually loses 10% cost of sales, so you'll probably net about 450 or maybe even less, depending on how long it takes.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this something that may interest you, or probably not?
Oh, you got my ears here. I'm listening.
Okay, so what's in it for them? What did I just bring up?
Money.
More money.
Money, right?
More money. Yeah.
Now, I just took the monthly rent of
Mhm.
$4,000 a month, times it by 36 months, maybe a full 40 months, and I added that to their asking price. So did I answer the question of what's in it for them?
Yep.
Yeah.
At least partially, right? Partially.
Sure.
There may be more, right? Maybe they don't understand the process. Maybe they don't understand all the details there.
Okay.
But how many of us are actually talking about that total rent on top of the asking price?
No, I don't think we're doing that. I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, you have that time frame also. You want to be able to close the deal. When does that? You went into, I want to say, the close mode, I guess. You know, trying to explain, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. So if we're trying to follow guts, you know, I'm just trying to qualify, right? So I'm trying to get the qualification and find out whether or not these guys are interested. And all of a sudden, you know, I find myself in the close when I'm not even done with my qualifications. How do I, you know, what? I'm stuck.
Qualification. We got to go back to the, you know, the time, the money, the needs, the greeds, right? Is there anything else going on? And we need to really address that, because if we're not, we can address that while we're moving towards the close, by the way, right? We can address that. By the way, are you the only decision maker? Is there anyone else that needs to be involved on this conversation? Should we get them on the phone right now? Those are all things that we can be doing while we're moving towards that close.
Right.
But one of the things, a lot of times, especially when it comes to lease purchasing, we can use phrases like, so Lou, let me ask you a question. why do you think so many of my clients come to me to use lease purchasing to sell their property? Why do you think I'm in high demand?
I don't know that you're in high demand.
Yeah, I mean, part of it though, Lou, we just talked about one of the main reasons. If you sell with a realtor, you're going to walk away with about $430,000 to $450,000.
Right.
If you work with me, if I did the math right, and it took 36 months, you're going to walk away with about $644,000.
Yeah.
So, by the way, all I'm trying to do is I'm getting those wheels spinning now, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Now, what would be a closing question?
Well, if I were to be able to do something like that for you, if you're interested in something like that, what would happen?
Okay. Suppose we can find the right client that rents the property at $4,000 a month, that pays you $4,000 for the next 36 to 48 months, and they buy that property at $500,000. What would you like to do next, Lou?
Yeah.
And by the way, most of the time there's no secret to closing. A lot of it has to do with asking. Guess what? Most of us are just scared to ask.
Scared to ask or not knowing what to ask.
Or not knowing what to ask. So
Yeah.
a lot of times, if you can find out exactly what the seller needs to sell you, like what you need to address. So Lou, what's most important to you? Is it the money? Is it the price? Is it the headache? What will make you feel comfortable in a situation to move forward?
Well, right now, I mean, it's tied to money. So what's more important is the money. So that way I don't have to.
Do you need money for moving? Do you need money to rent a new place, or what's your situation?
Yeah. I mean, probably, I probably need some money for moving.
Okay.
Renting the place, I think I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
Or,
What are you looking for to cover your moving expenses? What are your immediate cash needs?
oh, I don't know about. I'm probably about $40,000.
For a moving truck for U-Haul?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah, that's one expensive move. Wow.
Got a lot
Most
of
of the
stuff.
time, by the way, we get people asking large down payments all the time. And a lot of times I just pretend I'm I just bit into a lemon, and I'll repeat what they just said, $40,000, like a question.
Yeah.
And then I may repeat, like, what are your immediate cash needs?
Right.
Like, do you need $40,000 to move to Texas from California? Or like, how much is it going to cost in gas and fuel and renting a U-Haul?
Yeah, that would be something I have to really figure that out. I haven't figured it out.
Most of the time people are running about $5,000 to $7,000. If I can make sure that your moving expenses covered, what would you want to do next?
Well, I think that we can, I think we should move forward. If
What was that, Lou?
If you can
Sorry.
take care of that, yeah, we should move forward.
Okay, so you want to move forward? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go ahead and send you this document. Okay, will you be in front of a computer in the next 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, so I just want to call you back in 15 minutes, and I'll walk you through this document. We'll just do a electronic signature on this so I can get moving forward on this. Okay.
Sounds great.
Great. By the way, boom, and we close, right?
All right. So I like how you did that 15 minutes, right? Because a lot of us are doing, well, let me get back to you in about an hour, and I know that's too long, but I mean, it's like there's an hour.
So Lou, let me ask you a question. If you had $20,000 here, I'm going to hand you $20,000.
Yeah.
I'm actually, it's physically in my hands. I'm handing it over to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have, I'm going to hand it to you in 15 minutes.
Right.
But for every 15 minutes you take, beyond that 15 minutes, I'm taking $5,000 away.
Right. I like that.
Another 5.
Yeah.
Another 5. So now if we take an hour, what if they don't answer the phone?
That's true.
What
Yeah.
if they're not ready? So I always like to strike while the iron's hot. I always like to get them closed right while I'm on the phone with them or within the next 10, 15, 20 minutes.
And it makes sense, and I understand why we do that and why we should do that. Again, it goes back to whether or not I'm comfortable or clear on how the strategy is helping the individual. I think that comes out. And plus also, I think that you have everything set up for, okay, I've got my documents. It's all set up to do that. I don't have my documents set up. Right. So how long is it going to take me to type it up? How long is it going to be, and that's another one of my issues. I think I'm just like,
so the key is the document. Claude has the best contracts, right? And it's already there. And he has out clauses to get out of it if you need to. You can, get out within 30 days or 60 days, whatever you put in there. And utilize that to your benefit. Get comfortable, like print out the documents, practice putting in the information like you have a seller on the phone right now.
right.
The more comfortable you get used to doing this, the easier it is. Steve Harvey talks about a story where he was coming home and he had this broken down car in the driveway. And he'd go to his mom. He's like, man, I'm working hard. I want to get a new car. She's like, you got your old car in the driveway. Like, Mom, I know. Why do you keep saying that? Right. And he get home from work, payday comes again. And he's like, man, I can't wait. I'm going to be getting me a new car soon. And she's like, well, your other car's in the driveway with leaves underneath it. And it's like, Mom, and like this went by for weeks and weeks. Say, Mom, why do you keep bringing up this car that's broken down in the driveway? And she said, because if you don't make room to receive the blessing from God, you ain't going to get it. So that weekend, he got the car towed. He cleaned out the driveway, swept all the leaves off the driveway. The next week, he had a new car parked in the driveway. Sometimes we have to make room to receive. Sometimes we got to get prepared. We have to prepare for us to get that money. We have to prepare ourselves to receive that deal. And so you need to get used to get those documents ready. Get ready to get it sent out. Have your DocuSign ready, your hello sign ready. Practice sending it to yourself.
Right.
Prepare to receive that.
Now, this is recorded, right? We're going to get a copy of it.
Yeah, I know I'm over. I got to run too. Claude, did you want to chime in on anything here before?
I just came back. I was just on another Zoom call. The power of networking. You cannot believe when you talk with people all the time. Lou, the legend Quinal is in the building. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good. Thanks, Claude.
Where you been?
Traveling the world. I don't know.
Traveling the world. It all starts in Chula Vista.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Aren't you in San Diego? Aren't you back?
Yep. We're back.
Okay.
And everything. Yeah, we're back. And how come it's so damn cold here?
I don't know.
65 degrees is not San Diego in February.
It's February. Come on.
Oh, man. It's supposed to be 85. The air conditioning should be on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great topic. Great topics today, Brandon. I'm sorry I couldn't stay for the full thing.
No, it's fine. We are doing some role plays on closings, and a lot of times trying to help. Sometimes we're not able to get that seller to come to the close, or we're chasing. We think that they said yes, and we think they committed, but they really didn't. And how we flush that out.
Is that like a maybe, probably, could, should, I think?
Yeah, think about it, all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, you got to be like so acutely tuned to those words, and you've got to deal with it immediately. And
one of the biggest things we just talked about too, Claude, was the benefit, like what's in it for the seller. A lot of times they won't make a decision unless they understand why it's a benefit to them.
Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick way. You got time for a role play?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, give me the I'll think stuff.
Claude, I understand. I can't take your cash offer. I'm asking 500,000. You gave me a cash offer of 300,000. You mentioned something about a lease to own. I know that the payments are $3,700 a month on my house. The rents are about $4,000 a month. I don't know what did you have in mind on that?
What do you need from me in order for us to do a deal right now? I know you don't like my 300,000. You want 500. I
I
want
need to make
300.
500,000. I want to make 500,000 on the house.
Okay, it's not free. Quick question. It's not free and clear, right?
No, there's a mortgage on it still.
Is it small, medium, or large?
It's 400,000 left on it.
Okay. So you got to be a big thing. So and the best price you could give me was what?
I'm asking 500.
I know what you're asking. What's the best price you could give me to do a deal right now?
Well, if I listed the property, I'd probably walk away with about 450.
Which means?
I mean, you mentioned about a lease option. I don't know. What did you have in mind about that?
Okay, so okay, boom. Sometimes who had the pressure in that role play? Which, when I said, which means right away,
Yeah.
all the pressure, what's the best price you could give me? Who's got the pressure in the role play? Or
The seller, yeah.
yeah. So sometimes just say, which means, because,
Mhm.
why did you say, help me out. I'm not sure if I understand. Put the pressure back on them. They'll redefine. And sometimes 50% of the time they'll drop their price, by the way,
Yeah.
on it, or give you better terms. Then you go back in. Let me ask you this, Brandon, because I have to go. I have like 5 other properties I'm looking at today. And I really love your property, and you're such a nice person to talk to. Thank you. You're very generous with your time, Stroke. If I gave you close to if we settled on 450 purchase price, and I wanted to rent your house and help you cover your monthly mortgage payment, could we do a 3-year a contract on your property? 3 years rent.
I would like to have it done less than that, maybe the 18 to 24 months.
And what would happen if you got that offer from me today?
If I don't have to make payments anymore, then
Let's pretend I was going to do that. Sure.
okay, then I would say let's do this.
What?
I'd say yes, I'm ready to do that.
Okay, off the role play. Even if I don't like those numbers, that deal, 18 months, 3,700 a month, I'm still negotiating. What did I just get from Brandon? The big C.
A commitment.
The commitment. How important is it to get those little baby step commitments? Oops.
And by the way, Claude did something that we got to remember to always do: stroke and compliment, thank them, right? Always, it helps the process along the way. That's one of my weaknesses. I forget about that all the time.
Stroke, nurture, empathy. A stroke is a sincere compliment. Oh, thank you. You've been so generous with your time. Really, I could learn so much from you, Miss. Can I call you Brandon? My name's Claude. Is that all right?
You bet.
God, you're a wealth of information, sir. That's stroking.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to be good at it, because you don't want to sound like you're manipulating them, which we are. Okay,
Yeah.
on it. So that's a stroke. We don't do enough of that. What happens when we compliment somebody? What happens? We get a little bit more likability.
Yeah, guard comes down.
Yeah. I have to run, guys. I'm sorry, Claude. I have to.
I've got to go too. That was fun. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Applause for Brandon. Yay.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Claude.
And I learned more about AI today from you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thanks, Claude.
Hey, Brandon, I just wanted to say I couldn't get on through my computer. I had to link in through my phone. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what happened with the link, but
I'm not
Claude
sure.
sent a link through my phone.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Thank you. No worries. I just like to tune in on you. So
All right.
thank you
Thanks.
for a good